Flooding in New York City seems to get worse every year, and the areas that flood don't really make sense because they're not as close to the river as other places that don't flood. Well, that is because New York City was essentially built over streams, swamps, and other waterways, like this creek, which is apparently buried beneath Astoria and Long Island City. Indigenous tribes who lived in what became known as New York City basically utilized natural resources rather than trying to change them, so they would build their homes along waterways. But colonizers essentially said, yeah, we're going to do things differently. This 1874 map of Manhattan shows you just how much water is beneath our city.
1874.
Park, that was essentially a swamp, and today it's a flood zone. And remember the video of Dyckman Street flooding? Look at just how many waterways that area was built over. And then this video of the one train flooding at 28th Street, yep, that was an entire stream. And don't even get me started about this like cesspool at the 157th Street station. That was 2 streams. New York City was literally built on water, and water has to go somewhere. A biologist once said, if you build your home on wetlands, you will have a hobby for the rest of your life because you will forever be fighting water. Add to that climate change and the fact that New York City's heavy buildings are literally causing the city to sink. Oh yes, we are.
See how American niggers got to school you?
Going to be dealing with flooding that is going to get worse basically the rest of our lives.
Duh, told ya.
So you know
she basically said exactly that it's flooding zones, bro, and these people and the thing is, let's be honest, if she could dig up the maps and see all of that, right? The people that did the infrastructure was as she said, was well aware that they was building on swamps and stuff because they wanted to build out. Because why? All them people was coming in the like I said, around the 1860s and stuff. We already had made a deal of helping them out with their underground railroad. So that sounds like they was already kind of busting up in here somehow. Some type of deal was made, or they was doing it by force, whatever. But I believe deals were made. We got that contract, the Jubilee contract. But anyway, like she said, it's flood zones, bro. Like, ain't no New York going under. That shit been flood. That's always been, like she said, the people that's originally from there, they will build along the lines, but they not building on that. Those people will build on that shit. And they were well aware that they were building on that shit because they live in swamps. That's what they do. That Florida, Disney, all that swamp. They was like, oh, we take all that because we do this out there. That's how we live out here. So we could take that area, because we don't use it. So, boom.